Can you not? I'm trying to film some trendy content for YouTube.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome back. Today I wanted to talk about some fat burning myths that I have debunked in the last couple years as a competitor and through research that I've done and through my certifications. So you don't have to waste your time doing things that aren't going to work for you to reach your goals. So without further ado, let's dive on in. Number one, cryotherapy. So cryotherapy uses extreme cold to destroy diseased tissue. While effective for reducing muscle pain and inflammation, it's not going to burn extra calories. People tout that cryotherapy burns between 300 and 500 calories per session. It doesn't freeze fat, or does it burn it off? It does have the potential to increase your metabolic rate. So on average, you might burn a few extra calories throughout the day, but it's not physically destroying any fat cells. Number two, saunas and infrared saunas, right? Like, it feels when we're in those saunas that we're burning and torching fat cells and fat from our body. But essentially you're just losing water weight. So you might see the scale drop after you have a 30-minute session in a sauna, but unfortunately you're not losing any fat. You might burn 1.5 to 2 calories per minute that you're in the sauna. So if you were to sit down and burn 5 calories per minute watching TV, then you might burn 1.5 or 2 times that amount in the sauna. But it really is very, very minimal. Another thing to note with saunas, if you are not immediately replacing the water that you are allowing to come out of your body while you're in there, then you're actually dehydrating your body. And what happens is your body might actually hold on to fat after a session in a sauna. So it might actually hinder your progress and take you backwards if you're not replenishing while you're inside of the sauna and once you leave your sauna session. Number three, HIIT cardio doesn't burn more fat or calories than any other kind of regular cardio. You will burn more calories and fat doing 30 minutes of steady state cardio than any kind of HIIT cardio any day. There's no shortcut, right? Like, regardless, you should be doing 150 minutes of moderate intensity cardio weekly. HIIT may feel more intense and you might be more wiped out afterwards. But due to the demands of the training, 10 minutes of HIIT is going to be roughly equivalent to 30 minutes of steady state walking in terms of a caloric burn. Number four, ketogenic diets. Guys, carbs are not the enemy. I'll repeat, carbs are not your enemy. Relying on ketones for energy does not mean that your body is burning extra fat. The diet that's going to burn the most fat is the diet that's going to put you in a caloric deficit, meaning that you are expending more than you're bringing in, right? You're burning off more than you're taking in. And that could be a ketogenic diet. It could also be any other diet that works with your lifestyle that you can maintain, but it's not necessarily keto. Number five, fasted cardio. So research has demonstrated, I have notes on this, fasted cardio does not increase fat burning over a 24-hour period. While your muscles adapt to using more fat when you exercise, you don't actually lose more fat overall on the days that you exercise versus the days that you don't. So fasted cardio, no more. Another study suggests that ingesting carbs before working out actually increases your post-exercise afterburn. More effective than in a fasted state. This actually means that more calories are burned throughout the day and not just during your sweat session. So long term throughout the day, if you want to burn more calories, eat before you work out. Because that way when you're done with your workout, your metabolism is still going. When you wake up in the morning, your body is in what's called a catabolic state. And that's due to your high levels of cortisol. And that's the hormone associated with stress. So if your body is primed to break down molecules for energy, and you're in this state for too long, it can lead to tearing down of body tissue. Hey everyone, I'm back. Sorry, my camera battery died. But we were talking about catabolic states. So when you wake up, your body is in what's called a catabolic state, meaning it needs energy and it's breaking down fat molecules and molecules, calories, things that we have stored in our body for energy. The problem is if you remain in this state too long, your body actually breaks down any cells, including muscle cells, for energy. So if you're in this catabolic state and you go to work out and you're in a fasted state, meaning you haven't replenished your body with anything, it's going into those stores no matter what stores they are, including muscle. So if you don't eat, you also aren't going to have the energy to train to full capacity. So you might actually not have as big of a calorie burn or as much fat loss in your workout if you can't push yourself to the limits that you could had you fueled your body prior to working out. The next thing, number 6, there's this whole thing that if you eat past 7 p.m., 7:30 p.m., 8 p.m., that you're going to get fat. Just because the sun goes down doesn't mean that food turns into fat, right? So we have to remember that principle that calories in equals calories out, right? If we want to maintain weight, you eat the same amount that you are burning. If you want to lose weight, you eat less than you're burning. If you want to gain weight, you eat more than you're burning. So it doesn't matter if you eat those calories at 3 a.m., as long as you are hitting the macros that you need to hit and you're hitting your numbers, then it doesn't matter what time you do that at. One thing I want to mention with that, if you're eating protein before bed, it actually might help you. So sometimes before bed, I'll have a Greek yogurt with some fruit and granola, or I'll have a protein shake. And what that does is, A, it keeps you fuller longer, so you're not waking up in the morning starving. If you're hungry in the middle of the night or waking up in the morning, your body might actually be holding on to fat stores for energy because it technically senses that it's going into a starvation mode. So it might be harder for you to shed fat if you're hungry at night. And for fat loss to occur, you actually have to be burning, obviously, more than you're consuming. So if you allow for yourself to have calories at 10 p.m. at night, it's not going to harm you. Now, if that puts you into a surplus, then that's when those calories late at night affect you, but you just need to plan ahead. Number 7, detox diets and juice cleanses. We've all been there. We've all spent $40 and tried a juice cleanse, right? And it might make you feel good. And honestly, I saw some pounds fall off. But what the pounds that I was seeing fall off were from is water, right? There's not a lot of salt in those juices, so you're losing a lot of water, and you're using the bathroom a ton. But the reality of those juice cleanses is that you're probably consuming 3 times the amount of sugar in one of those cleanses that you would throughout your day. So you're consuming more sugar, you're losing water weight, and you're probably using the bathroom a lot. So all of those factors combined mean you're losing overall weight, but it's not fat. And when you start eating food again and eating normal amounts of sodium, it's gonna go back on. Oh, this is a good one. Number 8, heavy lifting days and leg days burn more calories, right? I always thought that, oh, I'm going into the gym to squat today so I can have a candy bar before my workout. I mean, essentially, that there might be some merit to that, right? You might be able to have a mini Rice Krispie bar before your workout because you want to build up your glycogen stores so that way when you're in the gym, you have that to tap into for energy, right? However, focus camera. Thank you. You're always going to burn more calories on something like a long walk than you would on a leg day. No matter how much you lift, how many reps you do, how much weight you push or pull, you're not burning more calories. Ironically, weightlifting doesn't burn that much. What burns a lot with weightlifting is the afterburn. It's how many calories you burn as your muscles are repairing themselves and as your metabolism speeds up. Cardio is always going to burn more. The only difference here is that you may need a different split of macros. So maybe a little bit more protein, maybe a little bit more carbs around your workout. Number 9. Oh, this trend, this trend, intermittent fasting. Honestly, God bless each and every one of you that does this, because I don't understand how. I wake up at 6 a.m. I'm like, let me put my makeup on as fast as I can because I need food. And I've tried it. I mean, it's natural for us to believe that when our stomach is growling and when we're thinking about food that we're doing something right? Because we're burning something. But the reality is, no matter when you begin eating, if you're eating the same amount of calories that you're burning and your net calories equal 0, then you're going to maintain that weight. It doesn't matter if you wait until 1 p.m. to break your fast. You know, if you're eating your set amount of calories, whether you eat those calories in 20 minutes, 6 hours, 20 hours, 10 hours, it's the same amount of calories. Food is food. However, there are studies that prove that if you eat a balanced amount of protein, fats, and carbs spread throughout 3, 4, 5 meals a day, typically 4, that actually does best for muscle protein synthesis. It keeps a constant supply of, it keeps your blood sugar stable throughout the day, so you're not having these spikes. And it helps your metabolism to keep burning, almost like a furnace or a fire that you keep sort of, you keep throwing wood into. So it keeps that flame going. You might actually, be better off eating more balanced meals. Number 10, and the last and final one, fat loss pills. I've tried those too. A lot of fat burners contain things like caffeine, and they contain things like mood enhancement herbs. So what caffeine does is it causes you to kind of go like this, right? Like you're bouncing, you're jittery. That increases your metabolic or your calorie burn. Any sort of movement increases that. So you might see some weight loss, but it's essentially just allowing you to burn more calories. The mood enhancement pills, it might give you a better mood, might motivate you a little bit more to go to the gym or to get a workout in or to go for a walk or get outside. So it's going to allow you to burn more calories, but essentially that pill itself is not doing anything with the ingredients in it to burn fat. The only ingredient that's physically in that pill that has really an effect, some of them have insoluble fiber, and what that does is it pools water to your stomach and creates a gel-like coating that allows you to feel fuller. And so it might help you to hold off from snacking in between meals, and it might make you feel satiated longer. So it allows you to be in a calorie deficit, I guess, more easily, but there's nothing literally in those pills to help you. So as a coach, I coach people on 3 things. At the end of the day, it's about being, if you want to lose fat, it's about being in a calorie deficit. It's about doing some sort of steady state cardio, and it's about incorporating a resistance training plan. And it's as simple as that. So I hope that you found value in today's video. Make sure you comment if you've tried one of these and they haven't worked for you. If you're interested in coaching with me, please fill out an application. Please contact me, message me, comment, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you're notified every Wednesday when I post new content. Thanks.